Hey guys, thanks for coming back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about the movie Leave the World Behind. Now, a month and a half ago, there was a lot of people who were talking about this video, and I want to go through some of their points. We got some clips from the Daily Wire, because there was a bunch of them that talked about it, and we're just going to talk about it based on the perspective of people who actually watched the movie and what we thought about it
Yep.
and how it may or may not be different from what they say about it.
Yep.
She's wearing a robe that has mitts, okay? I don't know what to tell you. That that's
I
what
feel
we're doing here in
cold.
Canada, okay?
I feel cold. Okay.
The Obamas just executive produced a new Netflix movie called Leave the World Behind, which is described as a movie about a family vacation on Long Island that is interrupted by two strangers bearing news of a blackout. As the threat grows, both families must decide how to best survive the potential crisis, all while grappling with their own place in this collapsing world. Blackouts, collapsing world. I think you probably already know where I'm going with this, but this all seems incredibly realistic. It's creepy. Talking about world collapse, potential blackouts, those are things that we talk about every day in 2023, at least if you are of my type of person and you are always preparing for those types of things and you're expecting that they might happen just because of the powers that be and, govern our world. If we're going to be
Just what she's saying right there, that she thinks about that and the powers governing the world and oh my God, this could happen. That is not a normal person reaction. Like a normal person, I don't think worries about that stuff all the time. That is like in the movie, there's the one guy who's like the prepper guy, and he has like all the water and everything stocked because he's like, I'm prepping, the world's coming to an end at any point. That is not normal. And how frustrating, not frustrating, but how can you live your life just worrying about things like that much? That's crazy. The anxiety you're giving yourself,
Stress, worrying, and everything.
it doesn't make sense to me. It's like that's a terrible way to live. I would never want to live that way.
totally honest, just back to the movie. I personally have no interest in watching a movie that the Obamas had any hand in making. I am still trying to outrun their administration and leave them behind. But this movie pulled some big names and is getting serious traction online for a myriad of reasons. People are really, really enjoying it, even though they are also kind of freaked out by it.
She just says like, hey, because Barack Obama and Michelle Obama helped produce this movie,
Yep.
she can't watch it.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird.
Like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's because somebody who you're not politically aligned with, because she's a conservative pundit, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever, a conservative person, a personality online,
Yep.
that she's like, oh my God, a Democrat person produced this. I can't go near it. Oh.
She's scared or anti-democrat kind of thing.
Yeah, anti-democratic party, I guess. Not anti-democracy.
Yeah. Sorry.
I
I was
know. She
like,
hates democracy. I just think it's so stupid. Like, people who can't actually get outside their circle and they're just like, I can only focus on my circle. I can't get, peek into other stuff because they're on the other side. I don't want to associate myself with them.
We're going to walk through all the reasons why and why that is incredibly creepy.
Shit is about to go down.
Now, the first clip that I saw going viral wasn't even really conspiratorial. You can take off the tinfoil hats for this. It was just straight up racist. That's not a conspiracy in 2023. We know that racist language is allowed. Also, when I say racist language is allowed, I mean racist language against one race. So I'd say that that is a good place to start. Let's just watch this.
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone, especially white people. Even Mom would agree with me on that.
So, if the world's ending, if there is a blackout, the world is just collapsing in front of our eyes, do not. Why? There's literally no need for that. Why did you slip that in? Somebody commented and said it's not Barack's first fictional work. They produced 8 State of the Union speeches.
If you actually watched the movie, which she clearly did not do, but if you actually watched the movie, it makes sense. That woman, she's like early 20s or something. It's like that's her father that she's there with in the clip.
yeah.
And she says in the movie that she is an activist, specifically like a Black Lives Matter type activist person. So she has those beliefs, and it doesn't matter if it's the end of the world. That's her belief structure.
Yeah.
And when you look at today's society, what was very made clear to me by this movie when they made it. What they were trying to get across is here is the current makeup of society. You got all these different types of people. You got this prepper guy, you got this activist girl, you got this guy who's involved in all this money at the high level,
High
like
level.
stock trading or whatever the hell he was doing.
Yep.
And you got like a teacher, a professor who has certain ideas and whatever. And it was really a snapshot of society today. And what is one of the biggest things in society today? Activism. The point is she has those beliefs, and then through the movie, as it gets to, especially the end, she realizes with these white people that they're forced together with, which is Julia Roberts and her husband, I forget the actor's name, and their family, that white people actually ain't all that bad, and they all work together, and they're like, well, you know what? Her views changed by the end.
Yep.
And that we can, it's when you're in this kind of situation, all that other shit doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
you're literally getting excited and upset about things that are true in this world today. People think like this today. But when the chips are down on the table and when people don't got nothing and we're all trying to survive, you learn to work together, or you
Yeah.
get killed, you get taken out because you are unable to work with other people.
Yeah.
So it was the movie really was quite good at bringing people together.
Yep. Well, because I think also people are good judging, like the book cover, they
The
just,
book by its cover instead
yeah,
of actually reading it.
yeah, that's how it is. That's what I noticed in this movie. So, because the first time I watched it, it's like, why that girl is easily judging white people, and then later on at the end of the movie, she admit her mistake that I shouldn't judge you or think you that way.
Yep. And that's why it's so dumb that like I won't watch it because Barack Obama helped produce it or whatever. It's like, really? Really? And it's funny because it's people like Brett Cooper and all these folks from the Daily Wire I know you don't listen to, but they pop up in my feed because I've watched some of their videos, and they all shit all over this movie with the same points, and people on Twitter all shit on it for the same things. And I'm like, you are the people who actually need to watch the movie to get some understanding of the point they're trying to make, because you could replace that girl's thoughts about this can't trust white people with white people or any skin colored people not trusting any other group, or not trusting the Democrats, or not trusting whatever. It's all the same bullshit. Okay, you guys are just the other side of the coin. They're on one side of the coin, you're on the other side of the coin. Just stop being in your bubble, okay? Like, you gotta like get your hand out of your ass.
Angle News Network said, if this was reversed, it's a classic. If the roles were reversed, but it's important in this sense. If this was reversed and there was a scene about black people, there would be an outrage and it would be demanded off the platform. But because it's about being racist towards white people, it's completely okay. It is wrong in both ways and should not be on any platform.
Well, again, that's a person who didn't actually watch the movie, because even if you had reversed it and it would be a white guy saying, oh, don't trust black people, and then by the end a black person saves him or whatever, and then they have this friendship, they're like, you know what, I can. That would actually be an empowering movie. But people just want to, as you said, take things by the cover, look at the cover, and not actually look at the whole book.
Probably they just watch the trailer or read,
or not even, or just go and see a clip on Twitter.
Yeah, or a clip on Twitter, or watch the title, who's behind of those movie kind of thing.
Yeah. But she openly admits, she's like, I'm not going to watch it, but I'm going to make a video talking about all the shit in it. I'm like, that just sums up people today. They don't want to do any research or look at anything, and they just see some clip and they're like, I got to share my opinion. Blah.
Yeah, that's really happen nowadays. Easily to judge without knowing everything.
It was funny. I was listening to an interview Jordan Peterson did with Sam Harris. And Sam Harris was saying one of the things that he started to do is on Twitter specifically, he was giving this example, is that when something would be posted, he used to just respond to it right away and like give his opinion or whatever. But then he started doing this thing where it would be posted, he would look at it, and then he would like take 24 hours or something, let 24 hours go by, and then he would think, well, do I actually need to share an opinion on that thing or not? A lot of times he was saying, he didn't need to share an opinion, and it was like something he didn't need to talk about, wasn't important to his life. But when he read it initially, you gotta say something. But really, you don't need to say anything. Like, it's not an issue. But yet we all have this reaction, like, because we're so tied into the internet and other people, like, oh no, we gotta do
Don't be
something.
involved for something kind of thing, I guess.
What's that?
Don't be involved for something.
And it's also not helping you, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times, like, it's not helping you.
Another person said, why on earth would a former president of the United States be behind a movie that envisions the destruction of America in Civil War? Yes, Michael, that is an excellent, excellent question. We're going to discuss more of that in just a bit.
Maybe he would be a good person to be involved because he would know a lot of the ways that things might happen. I don't know. Doesn't that seem like a reasonable logic here?
I don't know.
Like, I love these people on Twitter. They're like, oh my God, the ex-president wants to blow up the world. He wants to blow up our country. He's showing the enemy how to do
Maybe
it.
he wanted to try that, like fashion doing a movie.
Elon tweeted and said, is this for real? Yes, Elon, it is. And you probably should watch this movie because you are included in it, actually.
No, actually, you shouldn't watch the movie because Elon's now a conservative, and as we learned from her, if you're a conservative, you shouldn't watch things that are from Obama because he was a Democrat. So she messed up, didn't she?
Yeah.
You know I'm right.
Since the movie is about the end of the world and a total grid blackout, they seemingly decided to take a swing at Musk by depicting Teslas, his cars, as scary and dangerous, which again is just a weird choice and weird timing by the Obamas and the whole creative team. Here's another clip about that. So the grid, there's a whole blackout, and all the Teslas have stopped working.
You know what, you guys, just sit tight, okay?
You see anyone?
Self-driving.
We're all brand new.
I mean, listen, this is, like, to be fair, an excellent point. This is why I would never have a self-driving car. This is why I have a gas-guzzling vehicle with gas stored in my basement. Like, I will not be doing these. Like, I like Elon Musk, but the chips and the self-driving cars, I draw the line there. So
What? What is? Sorry, there's so many points to just talk about in the very beginning of what she's saying. It's hilarious because she's like, "Uh-oh, self-driving,
Self-driving.
self-driving car. Uh-oh." First of all, she says, "Oh, it's a blackout, so how would they operate them?" Actually, that's not exactly what's happening. There is a blackout in terms of like media coverage, but everything got hacked. There was a hacker thing, so the hackers are controlling the vehicles and whatever. It's not really a blackout. The blackout is more like in communication, right? A lot of digital communication does not work because they still have like electricity and everything. Then she's like, I would not, this is the reason why I would not get a Tesla in the self-driving car. I have a gas guzzler with gas in my basement. I'm like, what? Why does she have gas in her? She's a prepper.
Yep.
Like, she is a prepper for a natural disaster. She's probably got like a freaking bunker in her house. Like, I don't know. You're like 20-something years old. This is so ridiculous. It's just, okay. Also, I want to make the point that there are self-driving vehicles that don't have to be electric. You can have a self-driving vehicle that it runs on gas because every car has a battery. So as long as it can start the vehicle, then once the vehicle started, it would use its gas engine and self-drive to you. The reason that they use a Tesla in this is because Teslas are the most advanced in self-driving vehicles at this point. Who else has a reliable or whatever, a mass-marketed self-driving car? I mean, I know like Apple and Google are doing that, but they're not like selling them right now. It's Tesla. And if you're hacking stuff and you want to make a cool thing, well, you would use a Tesla because there's a cool scene of cars smashing in.
Yep.
It's not specifically a hit on Elon Musk just because he made Teslas or he's in, like, so stupid.
I actually agree with the movie at this point. But anyway.
What are you doing? Should we flag them down? Maybe they know something.
There's no one in that car!
Huh?
It's actually very creepy. The Nuance Bro tweeted this video and said, "This is clearly designed to fearmonger about Tesla's full self-driving capabilities and driven by hatred and a desire to hurt Elon Musk's companies."
What?
I can't even. It's just people fear mongering and being like freaking idiots. Like,
Yeah.
just idiots. Oh, like, give me a headache. Okay, so I just want to wrap up from our side on what we actually thought of the movie. So, Babe, why don't you go first?
What I thought about movie is like trusting the people. It will be hard, like if someone will do hacking everything. Like no internet, no no telephone services, like literally nothing. Your GPS in your car is not working and no signal, all planes, like everything is really ruining. Like it's very hard. Like so I'm trying to put myself on that situation. I can say it's very hard, like
Hmm.
because nowadays internet, telephone services is very ongoing. It's still working on until
It's so
now.
much a
And
part of our life,
yeah,
right?
and it's getting more and more, and it's being part of our life every day. So what if you wake up one day, nothing, like no internet, like literally nothing. You cannot communicate with your someone from the other country. No news at all. You don't know what's going on.
Well, even in the movie, right, they couldn't even
Yeah.
like talk to their neighbors.
Yeah.
Like you had to drive over and then maybe they weren't there.
Yeah.
This is like before you were born, we had to do that.
And then at the same time, there's no news, like no broadcast at all. Like you don't know, like you don't have any idea what's going on.
Yeah, there was literally nothing. I thought overall the movie was really good. I actually enjoyed
Mhm.
it a lot. It was different than what I thought. Like I thought there was going to be more like action and like I don't know,
Mhm.
monsters or an alien invasion or something, but it was more like a very suspenseful movie, and I thought they did a great job. I thought it was a great movie, and I almost
Yeah.
didn't want to watch it because I saw people comment about it and all this thing, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't watch it, I shouldn't support it, and then I was like, well, let me watch the freaking movie, and it was the right decision to watch the movie
Yeah.
because it's a great movie and it actually had a
Yeah.
great message.
Do you think one day it will happen? Yeah, I think so, but
But
it's
what,
not.
somebody hacks and a whole country
No,
goes
no,
down?
no, not hacking, but maybe something, a huge disaster, ruin everything, or the satellite outside of the world will ruin and everything will be damaged and it causing no signal and everything, like nothing. But not hackers, but causing like a disaster, which is caused by us also, by
Well,
human.
yeah, I think the disaster will eventually happen. It might
Yeah.
not be in the United States or Canada or something, but yeah, like even you look at Turkey when they had that big earthquake, like they had a huge effect, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
natural disasters happen all the time. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, as we become more dependent on technology, which we're already pretty dependent right now, but more and more
Yeah.
dependent, yeah, I think it's inevitable at some point it's going to happen where things go down, and even if it's just for like a day,
Yeah, like
like whoa,
maybe
like
people will suffer, or some other people will suffer worrying, stress without internet. They couldn't watch Netflix. Oh my God, I could, oh my goodness, I could not watch Netflix.
all right, thanks for watching our video. Please like and subscribe.
And don't forget to click that, sorry, sorry, click that bell notification for future updates.
Yeah, so take off your like mitt when you're using your computer, okay? So you can click the mouse and actually notify yourself with the bell.
Bye.
Bye.